Hey y'all, it's been a hot freaking minute before I filmed an actual video. The catch-up video was a catch-up video, but now we are actually filming. And I'm so freaking excited, and I'm so sorry that the energy of the last video was very low. I filmed it at night because I have just not been able to film that video. Genuinely haven't been able to get around to it. But that's what we got, so that's what we have to work with. Or maybe one of these days I can film a better video talking about my car accident and everything. But yeah, it's just been insane and one heck of a month. Currently, I am going through a pretty bad depression, and I know you guys probably can't tell from my demeanor and the way I act because I hide it pretty well. Sorry, my nose has just been so dry. Yeah, it literally looks like I have sunscreen on my nose. Yep. Anyways, but yeah, it's just been really hard for me to function, and that's super understandable. And what I've learned over time is that you kind of just need to sit and just feel the feels and feel what you're going through, because the more you hide it and the more you suppress it, the more it's just going to be worse for you. And yeah, I don't know, I've gone through years of battling depression, and then this year, I've been able to control it in ways, but, healing and mental illness is never linear. It genuinely feels like a roller coaster all of the time for me, and I kind of just have to accept that sometimes. So yeah, I'm gonna braid my hair just cause I think I'm not doing anything today and braiding it might seem good. But yeah, also I kind of wanted to catch up with how my life has been. I just haven't talked to you guys in so long, and I know a lot of people don't watch my videos, but I don't care. Genuinely, I don't care. I'd rather just sit with myself and get everything out there than not. But yeah, so in the last video I talked about getting a scholarship. That scholarship was a scholarship that we had to submit a resume and all these documents, and then if we got accepted as a finalist, we had to do an interview, which I did, and I got it, and now I have 3 other scholarships I'm eligible for because I got this one scholarship, if that makes sense. So I have to work on that this spring break, because if you guys didn't know, I am on spring break. And yeah, and I haven't really talked to you guys about my plans and stuff. I'm honestly really lingering between becoming a nurse and becoming a firefighter. And that's just because I don't know, you don't have to have everything figured out, and I think I'm going to go to Pikes Peak State College, which a lot of people are like, that once was a community college, why would you just settle for a community college? And I've gotten accepted to 10 universities and stuff, but when you think about it, college is a scam. It's a scam, and I could pay for 2 years of college for the price of 1. Have you ever thought about that? I am not going broke. I'm not going to go into as much debt as people who choose universities. And, some people are fortunate, but some people aren't. And you kind of have to just accept it, So with that being said, I am going to be living at home. Just because Pikes Peak isn't that far away. And I'm super grateful for that. Also, I am just so grateful with the friendships I have and not being in a relationship. So I think like making a transition from high school to college is going to be good, but like it really sucks because my senior year is the first year where I've had the best freaking friend group. There hasn't been any drama really, and we've just been, you know, living our best life as friends. It sucks that like I have to like leave that behind now, and they all are like literally shooting for the stars, and I am so happy for them, and I am so grateful that I am able to see where they are going to go with themselves and their future and how it's all gonna work out. I am so fucking excited. I am so happy that I don't have a relationship at the moment, because relationships really did affect my mental health for the longest of times. I had really toxic relationships, and mostly that was because I didn't know who I was and didn't love myself. I was battling with pretty dark mental health issues, and I would lay that out in my relationships, and it wasn't great because that's not what a relationship is about. And I had a lot of problems within my relationships, and like you have to learn to take accountability, and for the longest time I didn't. I mean, of course there's going to be problems amongst like the both of you. It takes two to tango in most relationships, unless if it's like abusive. But in my relationships, so many problems, and it was just not it. And it's not a way to live. It's not a way to have a healthy relationship. And I'm really grateful to see those people move on and have happier lives. Especially my last relationship. Like, I am so just grateful that it didn't end terrible and that we were able to move on. And that we're friends now and we're like living our best lives. And yeah, I also just, I don't know, I have messed up in my life, and I have talked about me using substances in my teenage years, and let me just tell you that I really messed up with that. And like, it's not to be like, don't do drugs, kids. No, it's more like there's like age limits on things for a reason, and when you're not being smart with substances, and when you're just messing around, or when you're not educated enough about it, it could go down like a pretty, you could go down a pretty horrible road. And I ended up getting pretty traumatized by using just a common substance I'm sure you guys know of. And it was because of a chemical reaction in my head, and I didn't know that. And I didn't know that that could happen. But yeah, and so I messed up with using drugs, and then I brought that to my relationship. And there's a lot, and I could go into videos separately about relationships, about drugs, not drugs. I could go into a video about substances and what I went through, and I could go through anything that you guys would want, genuinely, because like, I could be your guys' like older sibling in that sense, and just like tell you guys things that you shouldn't do so you don't have to make the same mistake I did. And yeah, I'm a senior in high school. Like, I've gone through a lot, and if there was a video like this when I was a freshman, I would, learn so much. And yeah, and what not to do in like high school. I really messed up my first year of high school, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I don't have any regrets, but just the way I went about choosing friends, and the way I went about mental health, and how mental health and friendships coincide, and how toxic it got because of that. I'm just like, I really want to tell you guys, and if you don't know what I mean by that, like, we had a circle of friends who were all really depressed, and we would just trauma dump on each other, and that does not help anything when nobody's actually being heard, and when it's just darkness on top of darkness, you know? And it really just ended up getting to a point where it was very unsafe for us, and you know, somebody ended up actually going to hospital, and it was just very terrifying. And so I have a lot of experience in that realm, a lot of experiences of what not to do in relationships. And yeah, I also was like, one of my relationships got a little bit emotionally abusive at one point, and like, I really want to teach you guys how not to do that in relationships, because, you know, maybe you're not educated enough and you're not realizing what you're doing, but, you know, it can affect somebody to the point of, you know, I don't know. It can affect them, but it can affect their whole world and their mental health. And I don't, like, not condone getting into relationships, just really make sure that it's healthy, that everything in the relationship is, you know, not entirely toxic. Because that can definitely happen, you know? I don't know. I know I'm rambling, but I just want to make this channel something much more, and I do want to share my senior year and share all my experiences, because I've experienced a lot, and right now I'm currently going through a really hard depression, and you know, I have to look for guidance myself. Obviously, I don't know everything. I'm just a child still, but like, I want to share what I have to share to you guys, and just, you know, make sure that you guys have some guidance. And, you know, we all struggle and we all go through things, and I just want to be somebody that you can relate to. And I don't know, I really just, I don't want, you know, people to suffer in high school, because it's not about that. You know, school can be rough, and if you make worse decisions on top of that, it could be a literal nightmare, and that's what it turned out to be for me in certain areas. And finally, in my senior year, I've been able to manage it all, and like, I went through a car accident, but I was able to pick myself back up again. You know, have dealt with so much this year, but I haven't quit, and right now it's my spring break and it's not going as well, and I'm watching everybody else go to like different states, you know, travel and stuff, and I'm over here in my bed because I'm depressed, and that is literally okay. Like, take a break for yourself, rest, and do things. And I really do want to make this channel something really great for you guys. And yeah, like, I don't want, you know, things to go horrible for you guys, and it would just be terrible. And yeah, I love you guys like so freaking much, and anybody who comes across my channel, like, I have so many different experiences. I could talk about my car accident in a better video. I was really dead yesterday. I don't know why I ended up filming that, but I'm so glad it's out there, so like, you guys know where I went, and so I could come back and do videos like this. I'm gonna do a room tour pretty soon. Hopefully I could get that filmed over spring break. And yeah, I'm so glad that I'm back, and I do need to take some time for myself. Like, right now I'm going through so much, and I had a really bad mental breakdown last night, and it's really hard for me to pick myself off from that, you know? So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, my life is full of craziness, and yeah. Also, if you know me in real life and you happen to find my channel, no hate to anybody, everybody that I would end up talking about, like, I have so much respect for, and I wouldn't, you know, bash anybody here, even relationship wise. Like, like I said, one of my relationships turned emotionally abusive at one point, and like I had to really heal and get over that and really understand what was happening in that relationship to be where I am today. But that person was a child. They didn't know any better. They had their own problems just like I did, and I would never like throw them under the bus like that. They don't deserve that. Nobody's name is gonna come to this channel. I'm just talking about my experiences so that you guys know what to avoid, what to accept, what not to do, what to do, and everything. And yeah, so I just want to get that out of the way as well. And I'm just so freaking happy to be back, like I keep saying. I have prom coming up, and guess what the theme is? I didn't say the theme last video, but it's Midnight Masquerade, and I am just so glad, and I am so happy to be single my senior year. Like, for the past 2 years, I've been in a relationship, and so it's like, finally to have a break, in all respect to those relationships, but if you've been in a relationship for a really long time and then you're single all of a sudden, it feels like a refresher, and you get to love yourself, you get to rejoin with yourself, and then you get to go back out in the world and maybe find someone new, or maybe not. You know, it's just, the world is your freaking oyster. Oyster? I could talk. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. But yeah, I'm just, I don't know, I'm so happy to be back. Like, I'm telling you, I was so annoyed that I didn't film in January, and then the car accident happened, and I believe that everything happens for a reason, and maybe it just, I needed to go through things in order to come out the other end. I needed to go through things to rejoice with myself, and I am so grateful it happened. Not grateful I lost my car or anything. I love my car. It was literally my baby. But I'm alive, and that's literally the best thing I could ever ask for, is that nothing happened to me. And yeah, nothing happens to me, and I'm here, and we're gonna keep pushing through, and I'm going to take you every step of the way. You know, if I become a firefighter, you're gonna see a lot of fucking gym photos and videos and stuff. Also, I just want to say before I go, I will end up making a Instagram for my YouTube, like a public Instagram, and I will post photos and show you guys me. So stay tuned for that. At the moment, I have no other social media that I can link you guys to. I am officially done with TikTok. It ruined my mental health, and TikTok makes you have such a short attention span, and after I realized that, it unsettled me. I can't do that. Like, I want to sit down, do my work, and watch like a little video, like hopefully you guys are doing right now. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I love you guys so freaking much. Peace out, guys. I love you so much, and remember, it's not a bad life. It may be a bad day, a bad month, but that does not mean it's a bad life. And never ever think about making a permanent decision on a temporary problem. You are worth it. You're meant to be here. The world has so much to offer for you, and you are such a beautiful and bright soul. You just gotta find that light within yourself again. Okay, see you guys later. Bye-bye.